Y'all look, the Shannon Sharp saga, the Shedeur Sanders saga. I couldn't wait no longer, y'all. I couldn't wait to Tuesday. I couldn't wait no longer. So here we are, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan channel. Man, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation. And I'm diving in right now. I know this is crazy. It's Saturday morning. Some of you are just now getting up, and I should be going to bed because I work nights. I missed last Tuesday, and I just couldn't wait another day to talk about this whole situation between Shannon Sharp and Shedeur Sanders. Two different scenarios, but I just wanted to get on here real quick and just give my very, very brief, I don't know, thoughts, opinions. I want to weigh in, whatever. Let's start with Mr. Sharp. Good Lord. What in the world are you doing, bro? I mean, okay, all right, if you don't know what's going on, man, got accused of sexual assault and battery and all this other stuff. And, and getting sued for $50 million. Can use that $50 million. I'm being selfish. I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry. Wow. But yeah, did he do it? Did he not do it? Is this a young lady trying to blackmail him to get some money? Who knows, right? I have my own opinions about it, but you never know. Just somebody's leaving a comment. What up, Martez? What's going on? What's going on? He said, stay away from the snow bunny. Absolutely. That is exactly what's going on. You got to leave the snow bunnies alone. If you know what snow bunnies are, then you know. Coach Martez just took the words right out of my mouth. Listen, I watched the interview that Shannon Sharp did with Monique, and she basically told him the same thing Coach Martez just said. No, but not with the snow bunnies, but leave them young gals alone. And then they got to be a snow bunny at that. Leave them young gals alone. Shannon Sharp has stood 10 toes down by talking about how he does not like, or he does not want to be in a long relationship, or he's not looking to be in a committed relationship at this time in his life and his career with everything he got going on. But to our understanding, this situation has been going on for about 2 years. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, she tried to talk to her for 2 years. So, Mr. Sharp, explain to us who wants to know. You said you don't want to be in a committed relationship, but you done got into this relationship with this OnlyFans girl, and based on the audio we heard, seemed like you got caught feelings a little bit. Whatever. Man, look, you're too old for this mess. Get your wife. Get your wife like the rest of us, and settle the heck down. You would never got yourself caught in this situation if you just get your wife and settle down. If not a wife, at least get you a partner, somebody that you can chill with. But fooling with a young snow bunny, OnlyFans model, man, we get you big. You big, you muscular, you work out, and you dealing with them roles. The male enhancement drugs. That's another thing they trip y'all. Unc be promoting the heck out of Rose Sparks, man. Hey, that's probably why the young girl got him all wide up over there, got him just geeked out over there. And look where you at now, I want to know if Rogue gonna pull their sponsorship from you. They shouldn't pull their sponsorship, because obviously it's working. Show 50-year-old self out there mess with the little young 20-year-old gal. That Rogue is working fine for you, boy. That is crazy, Man, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for Uncle Shannon, man. I personally don't think that he's guilty of anything. I think those relationships were consensual. I just think feelings, emotions got involved, man. Listen, when you have that much of explicit nature in a relationship and you're not married, somebody gonna get their feelings hurt. That's just straight up what that is. I mean, you can't be that sexually explicit in the bedroom consistently with somebody for over 2 years and not getting your feelings. I ain't no therapist. I ain't no marriage counselor. But I could tell in your voice. You say, yeah, Gabby. What you got to say, Gabby? Yeah, Gabby. You was hurt about something. He said he's an Indian. He couldn't believe that this young girl really went. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Martin. Like we all see it. We all see it. But see, and I'm gonna say this word, and I've been brewing over this word for the last week or so. The word that come to mind is narcissism, and I hate to say that about Uncle Shannon, but that's what it is. You know, this is a narcissistic mindset to where he is who he is. He's a celebrity. He's popular. He's muscle bound. You feel like you got something to prove, and now you're in a relationship with this girl who you feel like you can't control, that you can control, and now it all backfired. You know, it's gonna cost you some money. May cost you 50 million. May cost you less. I don't know, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money for what? At the end of the day, what do you get out of this? Because whatever you did with her, you could have done with another young lady your age, or at least closer to it, somebody more mature, somebody who want to take it to the bank, you know. But it's almost like everybody here has been preaching to Uncle Shannon. The key is Uncle Shannon listening? Uncle Shannon, you need to listen. You need to listen to somebody, you know. And you always talk about your mom and your grandma and all that stuff like that. You said he needs to find him a partner. Exactly. Thanks, Dang, for tuning in. You know, he keeps talking about his grandmama. How many times you gonna be apologizing to your deceased grandmother? How many times you gonna apologize to your brother and your sisters and your daughters? Every time, Uncle Shannon, you get in these little situation, whether you're fighting people at Lakers game or you're going off on your colleagues, and you always come back and apologize. And at what point you gonna stop being sorry and just grow up? Grow the heck up, Uncle Shannon. But you know what, Shannon, man, you got some ways about yourself, but I love you. Appreciate you. I love what you do in the media space, man. But this right here is crazy. Moving on to our brother, our dear brother, our other dear brother, Shedeur Sanders. There's so much to unpack. I'm trying to figure out how at one point in time the most talked about quarterback in the whole NCAA has now been passed over by 5 QB. Cam Ward, we expected. Jackson Dart didn't see that coming. But I knew Jackson Dart was going to go high second round, but first round they put him on in. But Tyler Show, that's crazy. Jalen Milroe, Dylan Gabriel, better than Shedeur? I don't know. There's so much figuring out to do. Now, I will say this. The places that are still open that as you can see, I got my first Saturday morning bite of the Spectrum shenanigans already. Y'all stay tuned with me. He said, in other words, the Chuck Skip Bayless rolling in his grave. I bet he is. Where's the Chuck Skip Bayless rolling? Exactly. No, so Shedeur, I don't. So I'm gonna tell you my thoughts, and I'm gonna get on off her before I get bit by the Spectrum bug again. Listen, here's my thoughts about what happened to Shedeur Sanders. From what I've been gathering, from what I've been hearing, some of these coaches and some of these scouts feel like that he has been overhyped because he's Deion's son. All the fanfare, all the celebrities, all the rappers, everybody's going to see Shedeur, but they don't feel like Shedeur can take it to the next level. At least that's what some scouts been saying, not all of them. And then Coach and I talked about this last week about the chances of him falling because of that reason. You know, if everybody decides to not pick him, then they're going to be looking to get what they can out of the draft before it's time to get him. And it seems like all of the other teams has picked their quarterback except for the 2 I just named, Vegas and Pittsburgh. And then there's another thing that the ideal of him not doing a whole lot of heavy participating in the combine, me personally, I think that hurt him. Y'all can chime in. I really, really think that hurt him not getting into the combine, showing folks what he can do. The assumption was he's going to go first round. He tried to be like Cam Ward, and and it backfired. Unfortunately, it really backfired for him, and now he's on this free fall through the draft, and who knows? If he don't get picked by LA by the Raiders, or if he don't get picked by um, Pittsburgh, it gets over with. They were saying you said New York hit the jackpot with Jackson Dart. You think so? I like that. I like that, Coach D Way over there. But you know what, Coach D Way, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it again on Tuesday. New York gonna screw up his career like they do every other quarterback. He said Daniel said his dad's effect, the primetime spotlight, and overhype. Exactly, and that's unfortunate. For a kid that we all watched with our own eyes, and we've seen how well he can spin that ball, and now teams are kind of like buyer beware because of the whole Deion effect, because Deion may. I heard somebody say this. They said people are afraid that Deion may come take their job. Some of these coaches. The coaches don't really get that much. They get an opinion, but they don't sign checks and stuff like that. They don't. But coaches can't say what they want to do. LOA, the next Eli Manning. Wow, that's what you think in Jackson Dart? Okay. Or you talking about somebody can get it? No, Eli might have had it. Well, New York did destroy his career, but yeah, exactly. But Jackson Dart pretty good though. I ain't mad at him. But back to Shedeur, y'all. We can talk about this. Like I said, I'm not gonna be here alone. Spectrum bug. I see him flying around before he cut me off again. But no, this is sad. This is embarrassing for the whole family. Congratulations to Travis Hunter. I love where he landed. I didn't see that coming, going to Jacksonville, so it's going to be an awesome team. But unfortunately, man, Shedeur, you got the Raiders and you got Pittsburgh, your last hope of getting drafted. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting behind somebody for a couple of years. Is Shedeur another Johnny? No, he's not another Johnny Manziel. Coach, come on now. Shedeur Sanders can ball his butt off. He can throw the ball. The best quarterback in the draft, even over Cam Ward, if ask my opinion. But the problem is, like I say, there's too much fanfare. I didn't say he was overhyped. I'm saying that scouts been saying he's overhyped. Media personalities who don't like Shedeur has been saying he's overhyped. And all those people getting those right people ears can control this whole situation, right? So that's where we have it. There's still some good quarterbacks out there. That's the scary part for him. You still got Will Howard out there from Ohio State. So, there's a possibility Shedeur may not even come out of this draft. What do we say to that? I don't know. But y'all, that's all I have right now. We'll jump on again Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And to my brothers out there who has been asking me where I've been, y'all, I took off and canceled the show on Tuesday, and there's been a lot of speculation where I was at. I was at home. There you go. There you have it. This boy EC22, last comments by Daniel said, Stephen A said something like that. He thinks his dad's going to act like the head coach. Y'all, listen, I'm gonna respond to that. Y'all, Deion Sanders is a professional. Deion Sanders knows this game of football. But Deion Sanders also understands and respects the business of football. Just because he loves his son, just because he's overhyped about his son, does not mean he's going to get involved in an organization that has his son playing for them. That's not what he's going to do. Plus, he still have to worry about the interacting his dealing with Colorado. But Deion is not going to go off into an organization and push his weight around because of Deion. Not in the NFL. He's not going to do that. As a coach, he understands that. He would never do another coach like that. And that's where it is. And maybe that's another reason why some of these teams are shying away from him, because Shedeur has never been coached by another coach other than his dad for all these years. I don't know. There's so much to speculate on why. The funny thing about it, as we speculate, as we come up with all these reasons, none of us saw this coming. It's crazy. But until Tuesday, 6 p.m. Standard Time, Central Time, we'll check back in then. It's your boy EC22, the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. Before we go, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation, and see you Tuesday. We are out.